June 18th Indian Express news articles. As a protest rage, service ready to start Agnipath recruitment. Indian Army said a notification will be issued in the next 2 days, while Indian Air Force said the recruitment process will start on June 24. Indian Navy said the process will begin very soon. Announcement came a day after the government announced a one-time age relaxation for candidates this year, raising the upper age limit from 21 to 23. Let us see the continuation of the article in the page 2. Age relaxation. Age relaxation for the first year will see more candidates view for the 46,000 positions offered for 2 years of zero recruitment, and the government has not mentioned or shown any willingness yet to raise this number for 2022. These numbers are only for the army, while 46,000 Agniveers this year will be for all three services. The anger against the new policy is also likely to be more in the villages, because the recruitment data for the army shows that more than 3/4 of the recruits come from the villages. The recruits from villages accounted for 78.32% of the total income intake of the army, and in 2019 and 2020 this share stood at 77.20%. Next article, from emergency to Gujarati riot, lessons of the past deleted from the textbooks of future. This article talks about deleting references to 2022 Gujarati riots, dropping passages that deals with the emergency draconian impact on people and institutions, removing chapters on protest and social movements, including those spearheaded by Narmada Bacho Andolan, Dalit Panthers and Bharatiya Kisan Union. These changes result from a textbook rationalization exercise undertaken by NCERT 6 months ago for all subjects. See the continuation of the article in this thing in that. Next article is related to age relaxation can also become a problem. Last 2 years, but this one time waiver can also become a problem. Next article is related to, in a first India to buy 47,000 tons of urea from the US, India is for the first time going to import a substantial quantity of urea from the US. US has till now been only an occasional urea exporter. The imports were mainly from China 22.79 million ton, Oman 1.62 million ton, UAE 1.06 million ton, Egypt and Ukraine 0.75 million ton, Qatar 0.58 million ton, Saudi Arabia 0.50 million tons. This is what the article talks about. Next article is related to Mouse syndrome. Mouse syndrome sets new June rainfall record at 1003 mm in 24 hours. Meghalaya's Mouse syndrome, the world's wettest place, rewrote its June rainfall record held since 1940s. The 24-hour rainfall recorded here on Friday was a whooping 1003.6 millimeters, surpassing the previous record of 945.4 millimeters of 1966. The second closest rainfall record was held by nearby Sirapunji. Okay. Next article that we are moving into is related to. Next article is demolition along Yamuna floodplain. Allahabad High Court calls for temporary halt. Floodplain is the area situated next to a river or stream stretching from bank till a long land formations. As per authorities, any construction on a floodplain, including along the Yamuna, is illegal and in the violation of NGT norms. The Yamuna Monitoring Committee is of the view that floodplains are essential for enhanced biodiversity and hence should be free from constructions. Land worth crores has been reclaimed by Noida authority in the last few months by carrying out demolitions in the area. In 2013, NGT order banned constructions on the ecologically sensitive floodplains. Experts of the Yamuna Monitoring Committee set up by NGT had also recommended that floodplains needed to be reclaimed for enhanced biodiversity. Okay. Next article that we are moving into is related to China blocks India, US bid to designate LED die chief as global terrorist. China has put a technical hold on a joint proposal by India and US to list Luxury Taiba, Pakistan-based Deputy Chief Abdul Rahman Maki as a global terrorist under the UN Security Council's ISIL and Al-Qaeda Sanctions Committee, which is also known as UNSC 1267 Committee. This is not for the first time that China has blocked the listing of known terrorists. In the past, it repeatedly blocked proposal to designate the Maulana Masood Azhar, chief of Pakistan-based and UN-prescribed terrorist. China should reflect on its response that signals double strands on combating terrorism, and protecting well-known terrorists from sanctioning in this manner will only undermine its credibility and risk exposing itself more to the growing threat of the terrorism. Next article is PM to launch 2 schemes for pregnant lactating women today in Gujarat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will on Saturday launch Vadodara 2 flagship programs of Gujarat government under its integrated child development program, Child Development Services, Poshan Abhiyan, which will focus on rolling out an additional nutrition to pregnant women and lactating mothers. The Mukhyamantri Matru Shakti Yojana, which will cover 7 lakh women is Gujarat government's first scheme aimed at dealing with dietary deficiency within the first 1000 days of the conception of the child from the pregnancy to 2 years. Considered the crucial first window to check the malnutrition. The scheme will entitle distribution of 2 kg chickpeas and 1 kg tur dal and 1 liter fortified groundnut oil. The entire scheme will be electronically monitored. Packets will have barcodes which will get a scanned, and the scheme is OTP based. This means the beneficiary will receive the OTPs confirming that they have received these packages, so that we know that the intended beneficiary is actually receiving the ration. Apart from this, Prime Minister Modi will also relaunch the Poshan Sudha Yojana, under which hot cooked meals will be provided to tribal women once a day at Anganwadi centers. Under the scheme, pregnant women and lactating mothers registered at Anganwadi are provided a full nutritious meal. In addition, iron and calcium tablets as well as education on health and nutrition is also offered. National Family Health Survey 5 data showed that 89% children across the country in the 6 to 23 months age group do not receive minimum acceptable diet. This is what the article talks about. Next article we are moving into is related to NMC may allow students from Ukraine, China to sit for screening test. The country's apex medical education regulators has proposed that final year medical students from China and Ukraine who were not able to complete their practical training due to pandemic or the war be allowed to sit the foreign medical graduate exam, a screening test which foreign medical students have to clear to practice in the country. The students who pass the examination will then have to complete a 2-year partnership to be eligible for permanent registration to practice medicine in the country. This will be a one-time relaxation granted due to the unforeseen circumstance according to the proposal of National Medical Commission. Currently, foreign medical graduates have to complete their training and 1-year internship at the university they enrolled in order to appear for the FMGE, that is Foreign Medical Graduate Exam. They also have to do a 1-year-long internship in India in order to get a permanent registration. This is what this article talks about. Next article that we are moving into is related to no space for protest movements in political science. Let's see what the article talks about. The sociology textbook Indian Society NCERT dropped a paragraph under section titled Communalism, Secularism in the Nation State in chapter 6 that describes how communalism drives people to kill, rape and loot members of other community in order to redeem their pride to protect their home turf. Jawaharlal Nehru, sedition, Naxalism, so all these topics are deleted, under deletion. This is what rationalism is all about. Next topic is related to in 65,000 crore budget, dummy government prioritize girl education. 500 crore for Nanda Gaura Yojana aimed at improving the gender ratio and education of the girl child. Under the scheme, the parents of a girl child will be paid rupees 11,000 at a time of her birth and 51,000 when she passes class 12 exams. Let us continue the next articles in the next video. If you like the video, please do share, like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.